Hey, Joefer here, the Cranky Old Gay Guy. So today I am going to take a little walk down the street, over and down the street again, to another business district in my neighborhood. It is called Foxchase. It's an intersection with multiple businesses at the intersection, as well as spreading up, and then they put in a new apartment building right on the corner. But I don't think there's any businesses in the ground floor just yet. And, well, let's check it out and see what it's all about. Okay, first off, we have, let me just turn the camera around. You have a pain clinic here on the corner, and this is entering Foxchase. I believe this is the Foxchase Business District, this whole block is, as my house, which is 2 blocks up, is also part of the Foxchase addition, but I'm also part of the Alberta property plat, and I'm in the Concordia Neighborhood Association district, but I'm also in the Alberta Arts District. So there's that. Okay, here, part of this coffee shop here, which is on the other side of the pain clinic, is a skate park. It's pretty wet and miserable today, so as you can see, nobody is skating. And it's sprinkling right now. Big surprise, huh? Oh boy. It's sprinkling. It's gonna get super, super wet. Okay, let me turn this camera back around. Okay, we have passed the residential portion of this block, and now we are entering the business district. Across the street is a 2-story complex. It's got some restaurants down below, and there's, I believe there are Airbnbs up above. Here we have a apartment complex. Hey. Which is a 2-story building that was moved in here in 3 sections probably 20 years ago. Here we're approaching the actual corner of the Foxchase addition. This particular space here, I believe it's part of a yoga studio that opens on the other street. And I'm incorrect. Well, maybe I'm not. I don't know. It's confusing to me because it opens on both streets and it's the back end. Across the street you'll see a structure. This is outdoor dining. It came up during COVID and it's just kind of stuck around. There are apartments up above that restaurant and such. This is a restaurant on the corner that's gone through many iterations. It looks like it is either closed, I'm not sure. This is that apartment complex I was mentioning. Let's go ahead and cross here. Oh. This is a very busy street. Whew. Here we have a restaurant called Wilder. Nope, I've not eaten here. So we go down, and this, by the way, they have closed off a street. This happened originally during COVID, and then for the winter they had a big tent over all this stuff. And this is so the restaurants and businesses along this street would have places for their customers to sit during the COVID thing when you couldn't go in. Since that time, they have optioned to close the street, and they call this a Commons, the Concordia Commons. And again, just like 2 weeks ago, there was a big tent covering all this because of the rain season, so I'm not sure where they got rid of it. There's that apartment complex I mentioned that has no businesses on the ground floor. Let's step out here in the Commons for a second. I'm trying not to capture people on camera, but they just keep popping up in view, and they're talking. Over here we have another restaurant. Have a tattoo parlor. Looks like, I don't know what this place is. Pleasure Mountain. Oh, it's a cocktail point. And Indian Cocktail Point Cum Bites Centra. Whatever that is. You have two businesses in flux here that have gone under. Not sure why. Not even sure what they were. They seem to really go through things quickly in this area. And swing it back around. There's not a lot to the Foxchase Business District. It's kind of just this intersection and the businesses along it. I would think that if there's actually a Foxchase Business Association, which would be made up of all these businesses, they would do something better to promote it, or maybe increase business. But you know, that's just me with my wishful thinking. I'm going to step one business down. There's a coffee house down this way. Ooh, wilder again. And you know, we're really lucking out in that it is not pouring yet, because it has been wet all morning, and this is just a little break. I mean, I'm moist. I know y'all love that word, but I am moist from it's like a spritzer being sprayed on my face continuously. Okay, this is the Extracto Coffee House. And that's pretty much it for the business district here. We're going to cross over and look at the businesses across the way. Again, it's a very busy street. It's always busy, day and night. It used to be because you could go fast on here, but the city of Portland has cut the speed limit down everywhere. Okay, now we're finishing up on this side of the street. You have Bardo. It's kind of I want to say an eclectic shop. I know that the guy that has it makes his own hats. I mean, he has a hat press, and he'll create a hat or a whatever, fedora, whatever you're looking for. Okay, this is Dame. It's a wine bar that has food, I think. Again, I've not been in this place for ages. I don't drink, so I'm not a wine connoisseur, but I know that's what they were known for. Ready, Set, Grow. It's a place for pregnant mothers to exercise. This is the opposite, or the inside of that structure we saw earlier, which is street dining. And it's for the restaurants that are right here. As far as street dining goes in Portland area, this is one of the nicer structures. A lot of them were just haphazardly thrown together during COVID. So that's Dame Wine and More. When this building was first put together years ago, it was called Yakuza, and it was a Japanese sushi place. I believe it was sushi. Now it's Gabbiano's, which is an Italian restaurant. I have eaten here, and I'm not a foodie, but to be honest, I wasn't impressed. It was crowded. I didn't think the food was that great. It was very much like you'd make at home. And they put a 20% gratuity on everything, regardless of your service. I mean, our service was great, so that was fine. But the fact that they're charging so much for pasta, I mean, mine was $28, $29, and it was like from an ice cream scoop on a plate. It wasn't appetizing. Texture-wise, it wasn't great. The sauce had no spice or flavor in it. It was like a can of tomato paste and a little bit of salt. The bread was good, bread and oil, but I was there for a birthday celebration, so it wasn't about me. But anyway, that was my impression of that place. I know some people love it. They say it's great, but then again, they really enjoy food and wine, and that's pretty much why they're there. Okay, we are now leaving the Foxchase Business District, and we're back where we started. There's that coffee house on the corner with a pain clinic at the other end of it. Okay, so let's jump this back around. Okay, now you get to see my mug again. Whew. As you can tell, with this beautiful weather that we're having, and again, it's not pouring, so this is a plus. It's a perk. I'm not getting soaked, but it's also too cold to take anything off. Oh, and for those of you wondering, that dinner party at my house last night went really well. It was about 20 people. Most of them were speaking Spanish. So, I mean, I understood some of it, but it was fun. There was this game that we played, I'm not sure what it's called, where everyone sits in a circle on chairs, and each of them has a sign that has a name on it. Like, I was El Reina, which was the queen. And the idea is that everyone wants to become the queen, I guess. It's a drinking game, but there weren't any drinking. And when you have to like slap your hands and clap your hands and repeat different names in sequence. And if you make a mistake, then you lose. And you get moved to the place in the circle that says idiot, Pendaya, Pendejo. And yeah, I ended up there several times. But you do this in sequence, and you go around the circle, and I guess that every time you mess up and you become the Pendejo, you're supposed to take a shot. But that wasn't happening last night. It was fun, lots of laughing. It really, believe it or not, you're sitting, but you get really active, and you get really, really warm. And prior to that, we cleared the table out of the living room, and it was a karaoke party. And there were lots of people singing. One of them sang one song in English, but all the rest of his were in Spanish. I sang 2 or 3 English songs. And it was just fun. That's all. After that, after the circle game, most of the people cleared out. There was a few left behind. And I think that everything ended about 2:15, 2:20 in the morning. That's when the last guests left. So it was a long night, and I am not a night person, but I did stay up and until then, and then spent all of this morning cleaning. It was a lot of dishes and things. And yeah, that was my night, and that was today's episode of taking you to a business district that's not the Alberta Arts District, but was the Foxchase Business District. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and log out here. Believe it or not, maybe it's because I had a good time last night, I am just not feeling cranky today. So I got nothing to crank about. So maybe tomorrow. I will see you all then. Take care.
Misty rain on a lazy day. Foxchase vibes just cool and gray. Concordia comes with folks outside. Under awnings we chill and hide. Pain clinics a stone's throw away. Skate parks close, we watch them play. Bars and diners line the street. Every spot a local treat. Easy love just wandering here. Laugh and talk, grab a bite and cheer. Foxchase blossoms in the rain. Every drop a sweet refrain. Shopping at every turn. City lights begin to burn. Smiles exchange it never ends. Misty